Okay, guys, I want to thank you guys first of all for coming to my channel. Most of you are probably going to be new here. A few of you might have seen some of my other stuff, my early work before. Regardless, I'm grateful that you're taking time to tune in. This channel is going to be dedicated to sharing all the knowledge that I've got regarding finance, hopefully attaining more from you and figuring out ways to help each other so that we can achieve our financial goals. You know, we start off in life, we go to school to get a job. We get a job to have money to buy stuff. But nobody ever really takes the time to teach us how to get money to work for us. So we trade our time for money and we end up miserable while in debt, and we never retire. We basically work all of our lives for a car that is never really the one that we wanted and a house that's never really the one never our dream home. So what do we need? How are we going to change all that? And what are we looking to accomplish here? Well, first of all, we need to start off with a plan. And by start off with a plan, I mean that if you're 14, 15, 16, now's the time to be figuring out how to establish a plan. You don't want to work like a dog like your parents or your parents' friends. You don't want to trade your time for money. You want to get more out of your money and be happier in life. Well, then you need to start off with a little bit of discipline and a little bit of accountability. You can't just start a job willy-nilly and spend every last bit of your check on cars, phones, and toys. You can have those things, but you need to plan for it. And most importantly, you need to plan for the ultimate goal. Everybody talks about retirement and financial freedom, but so few people know what that really even means that it becomes this fantasy term. It's this vague thing. Oh, I'll retire someday, or I'll worry about that later after such and such and such and such and such and such. Then I'll worry about saving up for retirement. No. My friends, you need, when you start working at 14, 15, 16, that's when you need to start worrying about retirement. That's when you need to start getting the information that you'll need in order to be able to build assets to fund your retirement. Now, we'll get into what all that stuff means. Don't glaze over on me. Bear with me, okay? We're going to start off small and simple. Retirement is not just an age. It is actually a number. How much money do you need to have saved up to provide the lifestyle that you want to have? You can use a lot of things to come up with that number, but ultimately you need to start somewhere. And there are two ways to get there. You can either build businesses that pay you whether you're there or not, or you could build a pile of money and invest it so that it's working for you whether you're paying attention to it or not. Those are the two key ways, my friends. Money is always making money for someone. Currently, banks, the government, and schools benefit the most from your ignorance. They share just enough to keep you happy, to keep you working, they dangle the carrot. They share just enough information, but they never really give you all of the marbles, all of the information that you need in order to help you to acquire the knowledge to get your money to work for you. That's where I come in. Now, what are the solutions? I already mentioned, first of all, that you need to start with a plan. Yes, that means the bad 6-letter word, budget, okay? Well, it's true, but it can be your friend and it can grow with you. You need to have some discipline and accountability. This is your life, okay? Do you want to continue to trade your time for money until you die? Or do you want to be able to finally reach financial freedom? And how quickly you get there depends on you. You need to learn how to spot the traps along the way. I can help you with that. You need to learn how to build assets and build your net worth. I can help you figure out what those terms really do mean and how to start building those. It takes some baby steps along the way, and that's why I don't want you to glaze over. I'm going to try and keep it simple. I'm going to try and help people just starting out, and if you're already well on your journey, well, then maybe I can save you some misery at the end. I can help you to still reach your goals. The first step is we're going to take a look at your income that you've got coming in. We're going to figure out what we're working with to start with. Then we're going to break it down into your goals, and you're going to learn what paying yourself first really means. That means setting aside the money to reach the goal that's most important to you. And the goal that should be the most important to you is not having to work anymore. So we're going to focus on that. And once we have that going, everything else is going to fit into place. How does your mortgage work into that, or your rent on your apartment? Credit cards and credit scores, how does that work into that? Insurance. Some people are insurance poor. They have gobs and gobs of insurance and don't need it all. Some people don't have near enough, and so if something bad happens, their whole plan falls apart. We're going to work on that stuff together. And I want you to take this ride with me.